I want to talk a little in this video about using art as therapy. Now, I'm not a mental health expert, so take whatever I say with a grain of salt, but just speaking from experience, I've pretty often used art as a way to relax myself and kind of center everything and kind of churn through some of the daily things that, daily stressors and things like that. So it's pretty common for me to do it that way. But another way that I have done it occasionally is kind of using it as therapy to kind of really, if I'm going through something hard, to work through that. Now, this painting I have on screen is of my dad, who passed away recently. The grief is still pretty fresh for this. And in fact, when I worked on this painting, I think it was maybe 4 or 5 days after he passed. I'd gotten through really a lot of the worst of the initial kind of shock and processing. I found myself not really knowing what to do, other than scroll on my phone or like watch TV. I wanted to do something else. So a natural thing for me was to paint. So that's what I did. And of course, a natural thing too is I want to paint him. I don't know that I've ever painted him before. I've drawn pretty much all of my family just in pencil, but I think this was the first painting of him. So, at first I thought maybe it was a mistake. Maybe it was a little too soon to try to do something like this. As I mentioned, it was only a couple days after, a few days. And at first it was actually kind of hard. I didn't know, as I started the painting, I didn't know if I really had it in me to do it, or if it was going to be too hard to paint him specifically, or if I just had the right mood for painting. After getting through that initial hurdle, though, I did find that it was really helpful. As it always does, painting gets me into a nice zone, just kind of a good place. Obviously it's something I enjoy. I do it a lot. But doing this specific one, as I got into the groove and got past some of the initial roughness of the subject and roughness of the sketch, once I got past that and his features started shaping up, it was good. I got to just sort of think about him and think about memories and another kind of weird thing. I don't know if I can explain this right, but I don't really look at the details of just people's faces as much as when I'm painting them. And when I was painting my dad, I couldn't help but notice a lot of feature similarities that he and I have, similar nose shape and kind of the side parts of our eyes by the eyebrows. I have much thicker eyebrows than he did, but there's some shape similarities. And, some of a lot of the features come out, I think, in painting when you're kind of catching how the light hits angles of the face, where the shadows and where the light are. The subtleties of that's still something that I'm kind of learning, but I think that you really get the likeness to come out when you get that right. And so for this painting, I got to kind of appreciate some of those angles a little better and think about how they are him. Those are just some of my thoughts on this. Once I got done with the painting, I did feel a little better. As it always does, painting helped me, and I found it valuable in that way. So that's all I have for this one. My thoughts on painting as therapy, processing grief through art. So thank you for watching this one. Hope to see you for the next video.